So I decided to kill off my current business, and this is a very shitty feeling. And it's not just because I need to recognize that I failed and that I was not able to make it work. The most shitty feeling comes from the fact that I knew that this was going to come for a few months now. Basically, I started this business together with one of my friends, and me and this friend, we are very, very good mates, but we don't agree to all life philosophies. And this business, it was a coaching business, so I needed to instill my beliefs onto the students, and he did that also. And I felt the friction. I was afraid that he's going to teach my students things that I wouldn't really encourage of them. But yeah, I went on because he's a very passionate person and a very energetic person. So I thought that it would be a really good thing to have his energy on my side. But yeah, the game of business is really hard. We've been in this project for about half a year. The first 3 months, we almost did zero progress. We were losing money like crazy, and we almost dropped it. But in that day, we said, all right, we're doing a last push, and then we'll see if we're dropping this project or not. So we did the last push, and we got 20 paying customers, and that was amazing. And it started working. That month was amazing. It was full of energy. But then the other 2 months after that, we had almost zero new clients. A lot of those clients left, and we couldn't bring in more clients. I was responsible of the teaching, and he was responsible of bringing new people into the program, and that didn't work. And I kept trying and trying to motivate him to see what wasn't working, but I couldn't figure that out from him. He's a very energetic person, and he doesn't like to think things through before going, and he was just trying things and trying things. And I was giving him advice of what I learned online, what I read in books, but he kept ignoring me. And I saw these red flags, but I still stayed in the business. And I told myself that it's going to be better, it's going to sort out. We've been through so much, and we can do that. But the game of business is very hard, and when you find a business partner, it's more like a marriage. And yeah, if you don't align, it probably won't last that much, because you can get along with someone for a few days, for a few weeks, maybe for a few months, but at some point it's bound to break. So this is one, I think it's the most important advice that I want to leave you with, is that be very careful of your co-founders in your companies. I think it's a lot better to start alone, and then after you build something, it's much easier to find someone that is really interested in your project. Or maybe first start with that person as an employee, as a freelancer maybe, and when you see that that person is very passionate, you can go on and integrate them into your team after you see how you collaborate together. Because even me and my friend, we worked together on projects previously, because we were both colleagues at some companies that I worked for, and we worked great together because we had just our niched product. I'm a programmer, he's a programmer, we're doing programming, so we are very good at that. We can collaborate on that, co we can communicate on that. But yeah, when it came to business and to a lot more, let's say, abstract concepts, because it wasn't all that technical, it was a lot harder to do. I really saw the difference in mentalities, because now we needed to educate the people, to hire employees, to market, and the way that I wanted to market was different from the way that he wanted to market. For example, the persons that I wanted to copy and to try their strategies were different from the person that my friend admired and wanted to try their strategies. So this created a lot of conflicts internally and conflicts with our approaches, because on the back end I was doing my approaches, and on the front end he was doing his approaches. And yeah, this brought a lot of hardship in our business, and it was very hard. And every day I remember waking up not wanting to continue. I felt very drained of energy, and I really didn't want to do that anymore. But I kept pushing and kept pushing, because I knew that he's my friend and I don't want this to break our friendship. And to be honest, now that the business is closed, we refunded everyone, we closed the website, I feel a lot more relieved. There is another project that we might work on. I'm still thinking if I want to do that again. I need to do some journaling in order to see if that's the case. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video in the future pinpointing exactly what we did and what went wrong and why it didn't work. But for now, I just wanted to share my journey, and I continue to share my journey with you, continuing forward. So yeah, see you around.